We know that no one is pushing it. Power is not a means, it is an end. One does not establish a dictatorship in order to safeguard a revolution. One makes a revolution in order to establish the dictatorship. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. The object of power is power. Now you begin to understand me. Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right.
So long as they, the people, continued to work and breed, their other activities were without importance. Left to themselves like cattle turned loose upon the plains of Argentina, they had reverted to a style of life that appeared to be natural to them, a sort of ancestral pattern. Heavy physical work, the care of home and children, petty quarrels with neighbors, films, football, beer, and above all, gambling filled up the horizon of their minds. To keep them in control was not difficult.
Well, good evening, you wonderful mother truckers, you, and welcome to yet another stream. And this 3 I've done in a space of a few days. That's a bit concerning, isn't it? Any case, I hope you're all wonderful this evening. Nice to see you all on board. Welcome, Herman the Tosser. Welcome, Spark Swain, and welcome, Fred Rainbow. I hope you're all well and wonderful and feeling okay. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. And for those of you who spent it with me on the streams, thank you very much for joining us. So, we'll kick off with apparently some news which is rumbling on as we speak, literally. I'm keeping an eye on X because apparently it's going to be announced that Dr. David Bull will become the new chairman of Reform. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Hello and good evening, Tony Tasker. Welcome and hope you're okay. Yeah, hope we're all well. Yes, I'm feeling pretty good myself, so I hope you're all good as well. So apparently it's going to be announced very shortly, apparently, allegedly, so what, that Dr. David Bull will become the new chairman of Reform. Well, there's about 20 seconds of your life you won't get back. Means nothing to me. I'm not interested, to be fair. The fact that Reform couldn't even be bothered to be in the chamber today when they were discussing the banning or non-banning of non-stun animal slaughter is neither here nor there. And of course, for those of you who have paid attention to that, well, it's the usual. To try and ban it Islamophobic. It's akin to what the Nazis did and all the usual ridiculous stupidity that comes out of everybody's mouths when somebody dares ask them to do something else. Personally, I think that all non-stun slaughter should be banned. Never heard of him. Tony, he's an ex-MEP. He is a doctor. He's very much anti-vax and very pro-vaccine damage. But does anyone actually care? I mean, I know some Reform voters are literally pretty much having a wet dream over it. And that's fine if that's what they want, but it means nothing. It means nothing to me, personally. It is what it is. If he is, he is. I don't know what that means. It'll make no difference to anything, I don't think. Very nice that all the subscribers to Reform had no input on selecting who their new chairman would be. I mean, all those people who've joined and paid their money, you think it would be nice if they were given the option to vote on a new chairman, but I guess not. So, as I've always said, you're not a member of Reform, you're a subscriber to a service. Because they're deciding all this without even asking you, the people who are paid to have the privilege. But then again, it's I understand. Again, we all understand where things are and how things are. It's not always easy. I get people's desperation. I get people's need to have something done. Hello, Kirky. Welcome on board. So, as I said, I'm keeping an eye on X to see if anything pops up whilst we're on live stream. This is the rumor that's going around at the moment that he's going to be the new leader. It's just popped something here. Reform UK pledges to deport roughly 1.2 million illegal immigrants. That's just breaking news on X, on GB Politics. Wow. Okay, fine. Means nothing. So that's nothing nothing stunning or spectacular. They can't seem to make their mind up what they shall or shan't do. It's ridiculous, but there you go. I'm just keeping an eye on you. No. Nope, nothing as yet. No updates as yet. We'll keep an eye open and see if anything sort of pops up on there. So we'll move away from the potential new chairman of Reform, for whatever it's worth, and we'll move on to, I don't know, good old Greta Doom-Gobbling Thunberg and her. I love the way they call it a flotilla of ships. It was a ship, singular, and it was delivering aid. Do you think Starmer is now on the Epstein files? Hello, Mike. Yes, most likely. Let's be honest, who isn't? As the saying goes, if he is named, doesn't necessarily mean he's done anything wrong. Because remember, Trump is also on that list. But then again, I suppose it depends on your point of view on that as well. So Greta Thunberg and a flotilla of a single ship, which was going to break the blockade, free Gaza, and deliver a huge cargo of 150 kilos of flour, was intercepted by Israelis. There was no surprise there. They were expected to be treated roughly by the Israelis. The Israelis just offered them food and drink. It has to be if they're okay. Cue pre-recorded messages from Greta Thunberg saying they'd been kidnapped and arrested when they hadn't. And of course, the big thing was when the Israelis came in and they were going to do something, for some unknown reason, every single one of them on there decided to, pick up their brand new mobile phones out of their pockets and throw them overboard. That reminds me, face something. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, Kirky, I agree. So why are they throwing their phones over? So, I mean, I do hope they did back up their photos to iCloud because they'd have lost all their holiday photos. Yeah, it reminds me, face on it like a swell smacked ass. Absolutely. So she's been, the ship has been detained. That was hardly surprising. They're being taken to a port and then they can all go home. So there's that pathetic virtue signalling, idiotic, dumb thing over and done with. Although I'm sure it'll rumble on just a little bit longer. And then we can still carry on as we just sort of quickly rattle through the subjects and we can get on to whatever you lot want to talk about. Of course, is the wonderful, talented and superlative actress and comedian Dawn French. I never thought, I left a space there so I could never have those two things merging in the same sentence. And her belittling of October the 7th, and then the massive attempt at, well, it wasn't actually an apology. Let's be brutally honest. It was more a trying to justify being an arsehole, which didn't work either. And I'm sure that her lucrative Marks and Spencer's Christmas deal won't be happening this year. Unless, of course, Marks and Spencer's are, hypocrites. Yeah, I know. Greta, they literally genuinely did think that they were just going to just sail straight into Gaza, No problem whatsoever. Jump off the boat, go, we've broke it, deliver their 150 kilos of flour, and that'll be the end of the problem. But the thing is, they all knew it wasn't going to happen. It was all a PR stunt. They were desperate that the Israelis came in and flashbanged them and stormed in with guns, and they just genuinely didn't. Hi, Wookie Fever. Welcome, welcome. Hit the like, guys. Let's build up the algorithms. Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you, Tony. Unfortunately, of course, the algorithms are massively stacked against channels like mine, but it is what it is. You know, it's part and parcel of having, is it wrong speak, wrong think? It is what it is. But we're not gonna let them push us down. We're gonna keep on fighting. Never seen the Jews march women through. Well, this is very true, Sparksway. Of course they didn't. But unfortunately, Greta and Dawn French and others aren't the only people who seem to think that October the 7th was, in some people's words, over-egged and over-exaggerated when we all had the video evidence of them doing it. Funny that. I guess the Mark 1 eyeball no longer works. Dawn French, not funny. You're crap at Scrabble. There you go. I just, to see how things are going with, again, these vacuous wastes of air, these stars who seem to think they have the moral fortitude to be able to stand up and tell us all what to think and how to act because they've deemed that they're better than us, when in reality they wouldn't be anywhere where they were if it wasn't for people turning up and paying to see their crap. It is a madness. And go woke, go broke. Hello, Seeking. This is very true. Go woke, go broke. Because they do. But the best thing is, whilst going broke, they blame everybody else for it. There was no two ways that Dawn French could get away with that. Dawn French, even the sun. Yes, very true. I've never seen the appeal to her, although I hear that her DVD sales of Vicar of Dibley are going to go through the roof now in Gaza. Hamas are very, very happy with it, and they need to start watching because they need a bit of a laugh considering what's happening to them. It's not just your channel, G. Yep, apparently YouTube wants to go like TV subscription and affecting lots of other channels. I know, as I said, Tony, I know one of my friends, he runs a fishing channel, and they're nailing his comment section, and he's just talking about fishing. I mean, there's nothing controversial about fishing. And I agree. I think, hello, Seeking, by the way, good afternoon, good evening, hello. Hello, little kitty, welcome, hello, everyone. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is YouTube are going to get rid of us eventually. We're the inconvenient. Well, I don't know if it's so much inconvenience because they still make money off our adverts. So even though they don't really like us and they don't really tolerate, they just about tolerate us, I think, so they can make money off us. Doing a French, another idiot opinion. Hello, Highbook62. Needs praying for the sad cow. One way of getting herself relevant again. Except, of course, it didn't, did it? It actually got her unrelevant because people just didn't agree with her at all, and it didn't work. In fact, it was that quick. I think it was about 2 hours after the stupid video came out. She did her apology, which was more justifying what she did. Dawn needs to go to live in Gaza. Yeah, well, they wouldn't, would they? I mean, the simple truth of the matter is, I mean, it's like Greta. They're going to Gaza. They'd have shit themselves if they'd have been allowed to go in. We have a right to free speech. Well, this is very true. We do. We do have a right to free speech. But sometimes, you know, people don't like what you say. I think people have lost the point of actual free speech. For instance, Dawn French has the right to say what she wants to say. But when you belittle the slaughter of innocent people, it's very hard to defend. She's well within rights to say what she said, But she also has to understand that, like for us, like for anyone, when you say something, it has consequences. And if you don't like the consequences, don't say it. It's as simple as that. These stars become less relevant. It's embarrassing. Yeah, they're nothing now because no one cares about them anymore. You know, Ricky Gervais was right and on that speech, and I've noticed he's retweeted it. The picture of him saying, you know, at the Golden Globes when he destroyed every single one of them, when he just said, "You have no right to put, you know, to preach to anyone from where you come from," and he's put there himself. They still don't listen because they don't. I mean, I've just seen what's his name, Kurt Russell's son, um, giving it large about the LA riots, which is fine for him because it doesn't affect him. It's just like all the people here who go on about keeping immigrants and they're this, that, and the other. It's fine when it's not on their doorstep. October the 7th was just horrendous. It was. I'm trying to find the. I don't think I could find the superlative to. It was more than horrendous. Actually, what it was an act of Satan. That's what it was. It's beyond horrendous. It was the act of the devil for all to see. For your information, 42 degrees Celsius right now in my desert paradise. Well, thanks for that, Wookie. I mean, we are going to the heady. We might get ready for this. We might by Friday get to the heady heights of 27 degrees centigrade, maybe even push a 30. Love Ricky when he said that. Yeah, but he's right. I don't care. Fair enough, Alan. Welcome. And lots of us don't. USA is a few years ahead of us coming to the UK. In some respects, yes. In other respects, well, I'm going to go into that. Mexicans burn their own neighborhoods. Yeah, well, you see, everybody goes, "Oh, look, this is what happens when you try to force immigrants out. People get upset." I sound a bit like Jeffrey. But in reality, what it says to me is this is what happens when your neighborhoods are, as in LA, 52% Mexican and Hispanic, whereas like Birmingham, 53% Muslim. It's going to have a problem. Going to have a problem. Yeah, I mean, nothing says standing up for rights and freedom as burning your own neighborhood down. Oh, and then, of course, you get the usual people who are just breaking into shops and robbing them because that's got absolutely nothing to do with anything. 85 degrees here. Climate change, no such thing. We all know that by now, surely. I mean, genuinely, it can't be better. I could beat that Wookie. It's around 52 degrees in my house. The bloody central heating's stuck on. Good mate. Well, Tony, I mean, why don't you sell package holidays to your lounge? That'll be fun. What happened with Dawn French? Basically, little Kitty, she put a video out basically belittling what happened on October the 7th. And it was just a small incident. So, yeah, and it went down like a lead balloon, surprisingly enough. You want me to do my do it in the black country accent? Would you like? What would you like in the black country accent? I'll do what I can. Which one? Oh, about oh, you tell me what you want and I'll see if I can do it. Good grief. I know. Imagine that. Tony, you must be just sitting in your shorts. Surely your shorts. Only 52% Muslims in Brum. No, more like 100%. Yeah, probably. It's crap. Which is why I haven't been into Birmingham city centre now for 10? No, 7. 7 years was the last time I went into Birmingham city centre. The closest I get to it is Birmingham City Football Club. That's as close, and that's close enough, and I don't do that very often either. Busting, oh, it's great, isn't it? It's lovely. Busting. Haven't seen any boggling in 3 years. You're lucky. They're moving in round by me. I've got some skinnies literally round the corner. They've appeared from nowhere. It looks like there's 4 Axel Rudipicanis walking around. I shit you not. It's getting bad where I live. It's unbelievable. Dawn French is a poor man's is a poor man behaving badly. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, What about them talking about putting the BBC TV license on your council tax? Oh, yes. Hello, Jeff. Yeah, I heard about that. That'll be fun. They only want to do that because they know people are stopping paying it. I just won't pay my council tax bill then. Because why should you? Why should we be forced to watch something that's designed to dumb us down, make us thick? You live in posh style. It ain't posh now, Seeking. Trust me, it's getting overrun right here, right now. In the last year, we've massive implosion, literally round by me. I'm not joking. I've had a family of skinnies moving, and there's boglims all the way, everywhere now. Everywhere I go, there's a boglim somewhere around the corner. It's mad. It's 100% now, Gob. Seen a few crazies with a dude, a horse's head, as I said, 12 Victoria Square. Nah, it wouldn't surprise me. Plus the dude with the flute that plays the Pink Panther name around. That's why I don't go. When I was a kid, as I've said before, when I was a kid, I used to spend ages going around town, having fun and enjoying every minute of it. But now, can't be bothered. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous to go around town. It really is. Civvies, don't even go there, mate. Oh, and the woman that climbs up the woman on a sensory screen kisses all the such. Yeah, there's some very, 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 very strange people in Birmingham city centre. It's the place where the crazies live. It really is. It's just bad in Brum. It really is. They have a Christmas market. I've never been to the Christmas market because it's in town, and I don't want to go. I'm just not interested. I can't be bothered. As I said, when I was a kid, I used to spend all my time up Birmingham city centre. Me and my mates used to go up there. Used to be fun. I lived in Linden Road years ago. Seeking, not far from where I live, to be fair, mate. Just around the corner. Ish. I'm not going to obviously tell you exactly where I live because somebody might want to come and do something. Oh, I mean, or the old Bill probably might turn up. Just think the BBC was the most trusted institution. Well, exactly, Jeff. When I was a kid, if it was on the BBC, you knew it was the truth. Now, if it's on the BBC, you know it's a lie. That's how bad it's got. It's literally got that bad. It is just ridiculous what's going on in the world right now. It really is absolutely mental. I'm a guy that runs around in shorts in the winter and sings in Portuguese, usually around the centenary. They're insane. Absolutely insane. Mental. Absolutely mental. There used to be a guy by the McDonald's, by the Blues Ground. He used to stand on the corner there, and he used to, used to wear headphones, and he used to be dancing all the time. And it took a while for everybody to realise that the headphones weren't actually plugged into anything. The wire was just hanging down. It wasn't plugged into any player. So, yeah. Hello, Sir Nigel Farage. The British bashing him. Yes. You know, I can't justify paying money to something that hates me, that portrays me as the enemy. I don't know why I have to pay for that, and I don't know why I have to let in a load of people who just genuinely hate my country, hate everything we stand for, and don't want anything to do with us except what their wonderful book tells them to do to us. Good old Smallheath. Oh, good old Smallheath. I have to go through Smallheath to get to the Blues Ground, and it literally is. Well, it's in sections. The first bit from Asda up till about halfway up towards the Blues Ground, that's Baghdad. And then we go into Mogadishu because we go into the skinny zone. So we go through that way. Yep, that's Brum, a mental asylum. It's just insane. BBC paying for propaganda. BBC's they're just a joke. They really are. Nigel Farage, I watch YouTube. Yeah, a lot of people do. I watch you. In fact, if I watch anything on telly, although there are a few things that I will watch on TV, I will watch Clarkson's Farm because it's just funny and I really like it. And I've just finished, even just tonight actually, watching the second season of Andor. What else do I watch? Beyond Paradise, because I like that. I used to watch Death in Paradise before they ruined that. But yeah, so I don't watch a lot of telly. I watch mainly YouTube because I can select what I want to watch. I normally engage with locals on my gospel with gospel every week. I thought, nice. What about Alan Rock Handsworth? You can smell it that from miles away. 100% boggling. I wouldn't. My dad actually grew up in Alan Rock. That was his stomping ground back in the the 50s and 60s. And before he passed away, nearly 20 years ago now, he hated it then. It was absolutely unbelievable. In Smallheath, yeah. I have Amazon Prime. I've got Amazon Prime as well. Big ball bag corporation, yeah. Yet we have broadband, free TV channels with just an antenna. Well, exactly. You don't need anything. There's a guy here in Warsaw, walks around all years in shorts, singing a tune as well. It's called The Postman. What, you get to see your postman? It's a random selection when either A, I see him, or B, he turns up. No one knows. No one ever sees them. I remember that when I was a kid, they used to come round twice. Just come round in the morning, first class, come round in the afternoon, second class. Now you're lucky if they come round with the right letter. I'm up in Hull. Ah, welcome up in Hull. How we doing up there in the north? Up at north. We all need to stand up for our farmers now. Perhaps if we can force U-turn. 6 farmers have done the most terrible things. Yes, they have. It is terrible, Jeff. It's absolutely unbelievable. But of course, it doesn't bother them. My dad was gone in 94. Rest in peace, Kirky. Rest in peace. My dad died. Yeah, it's going to be nearly 20 years ago now. He died from cancer, unfortunately. My postman is miserable. Well, at least you could see one. You know what a postman looks like. I very rarely. I'll be honest, when I do see the postman and he does deliver, he's a nice bloke. He's a nice lad. We have a chat now and again, but only because we're catching up because I haven't seen him for over 2 weeks. It's the way it is. Our postman is literally the same. Pulled him from his job. Now we've got a postwoman. Yay. Cold and dark and dry, though. Well, yeah, that's true. This is true. Good evening, Monty Mop. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Oh, can I just thank everybody who's been sending me emails on gobstertalks@yahoo.com. There's some really interesting stuff to read there. It's just, it's really nice, and we're building this. We're building a nice community, and those people who've joined on Discord as well. Welcome. Our new postwoman is miserable, fat, and tattooed. Hello, just seen you live. Hello, Pom. Yeah, I'm sorry. YouTube don't tell anyone anymore. They don't bother doing that, or if they do, they tell people like when I've been online for nearly an hour, and they go, "Oh, he's gone live," and people pop in, and I'm finished. I'll just come back from late night food shopping. Nice. Did you get anything good? Anything? Did you get a pizza? Did you pick a pizza? Did you? Mine back in the 90s and still missing. Yeah, we used to have round by here because believe it or not, where I live now, I grew up the road behind. I haven't moved far. Well, I've gone around the world a couple of times, but where I live there, and his name was Kevin. Kevin the postman. We had the same postman for as long as I can remember. Yeah, it's just don't get that now, though, do you? You don't get that at all. My dad passed in 2005. Rest in peace, Monty's dad. Good evening from the Manchester, aka Gotham City. Hello, Joker's Muppet. Welcome on board. Hope you're feeling okay. Charlie Vetch does some good videos on Manchester. He's pretty good with the kick and a push. And he's got to be careful, old Charlie, though. Did I see he got a letter from Manchester Police telling him that people were planning to kill him? Yeah, that's sick, mad. Let's remember our dads on fathers. Yeah, absolutely. I always do. I'll go to my dad's grave on Father's Day and I have a drink with him on there. My postman often mixes up addresses. See, it's because they're not trained anymore. They don't even read. The amount of times I've done the same. The amount of times I got post and I've had to go 4 days down the road and say, by the way, here's your post. I should be paid by the postman, the Royal Mail. I actually do more deliveries than the fucking postman does, to be fair. I visit Lichfield on a regular basis. Usually stop off at the Bowling Green pub. The Bowling Green pub. I've been there a couple of times on the way back for a ride on motorbike. Tony, good place. Good roads to ride around there on bikes. Evening, Mark Wells. Missed the start. Don't worry about it, mate. We've just been. I quickly hit the begin. So we've had a chat about Dawn French being an idiot and a twat, man, irrelevant and a vacuous waste of air. Greta and the flotilla of a single boat that got stopped, and they all threw their phones overboard because that seems to be the popular thing. And LA destroying itself because, well, yeah. Did you hear that Yvette Cooper is reportedly about to resign? What are your thoughts on it? I hadn't, and if she does, and I mean, when it comes to all these Labour politicians, they can all resign. No one cares because they're just useless. I mean, Rachel, oh well, I've everybody. Hi, Sadako, welcome aboard. Oh, I've shall I do that I should do that in a Black Country accent. Or I've decided to make more people available for the winter fuel allowance because it's bullshit. We're in a better position now because the economy's growing. Does she have any idea? Does she have any idea what she's doing? And any case, to be fair, winter fuel allowance, I still think 35,000 and below, still too high. But that's my own personal one. We've had our QBOs yet. Yeah, yes, the Bowling Green pub. Most pubs are closed. Well, the whole idea is they want to close the pubs down. Yeah, Charlie is very, very brave. Very, very brave indeed. Unfortunately, it can get you in a lot of trouble. Because you walk change chat size. Excellent. Starmer will replace when it suits Labour. Correct, Seeking. He will, but with who? And sometimes, it is this in this particular case, it is better the devil you know. Yeah, because keep him in place, he'll knacker everything up. So I'm trying to catch up as usual. The chat on Rumble is miles beyond the actual chat, so bear with me if I've missed a few of you out. Have you heard about the pensions? Yeah, apparently they're going to nail them next because that'd be fun. Hawksmoor is no more. Yeah, well, Hawksmoor. Now look, we might as well just have a quick discussion on Hawksmoor. This pretty much covers all the videos I was planning to do, but I thought instead of doing it, I'll just get on. I haven't done any videos today because I've just been busy, and I thought I've got a bit of time. Pop on, and we can cover a lot of things in chat. Hawksmoor, how anyone can kick somebody out of anything because the people who work there don't agree with the political views of somebody else is outrageous. And Hawksmoor, too late. It's over. I mean, we got how does he afford to go out for a meal? Maybe his mates buy him a meal. Maybe his mates have been looking for you, have took him out for a meal. In any case, it doesn't matter. Really doesn't. Unbelievable. I was 50-50 on voting for, now zero's return on politically homeless in the 2029 election. Yes, Monty, I've decided that I'm sticking with UKIP because there's nothing else. And I am always impressed with Nick Taroney. I mean, did anyone see the fact he actually went over to Calais and had to go at them at Calais? The man has got some serious brass balls on him. And I like that. I like that in a leader. I like a guy who can stand up for stuff. We have to vote reform. Do we? See, as far I'll be working until I'm 90. I think the plan is we'll all be working until we're dead. Yeah, that's the whole idea. The government can't tax my herb garden. Wink, wink. Shush! Stop giving them ideas. Wink, wink. Everybody knows Labour went too hard too soon. No. This was always Labour's plan. Always Labour's plan. Hello, Craig 86. They didn't. Labour's sole purpose was to burn this country to the ground. And a lot of us were trying to tell people this was going to happen. Admittedly, they've gone a little bit further than we expected, but this was always going to be Labour's plan. Labour's plan, and Labour have never done a good job for this country ever. Unfortunately, Hawke's wants a license, supremacy license can refuse anyone without any reason. I know, Tony, but they then come out and say, well, we don't, with the thing saying, well, we don't deny anyone coming in based on their political points of view, but then kick out Tommy Robinson. Hawksmoor let the food, farming, hospitality, and tourism down, big time UK. He's better than that at hosting. Well, yeah, exactly. Hello to Tang. See, yeah, okay, I know people, you can be refused, but to turn around and say we don't kick people out because of their political views, but we will kick him out because of his political views, nothing more than hypocrites, I'm afraid. And in the world that we're in at the moment, especially hospitality, as bad as it is, every customer's worth it. The owner of Hawksmoor was ranting at LBC, talking about, well, of course he would be, Jeff. Hawksmoor can do what they like. They've shot themselves in the foot. Government are wrecking the ability to have a second income. Of course they are seeking. They don't want you to earn anything they can think. I got 5 many years. Yes, little kitty. Terrible. I will never vote Labour again. I've never voted Labour ever, and would never, because I pay attention to history and I know what Labour have done every time they've been in power. I grew up in the 70s and I remember the rolling blackouts. Even though I was a young kid, I still remember the lights not working. I still remember my dad always being at home more than he was at work because he was always on strike. No. Nick's views are seen as so extreme that most people have completely written him off as a serious kind of. It's sad, but are they that extreme, really? I don't think they are. Parliament wonders where we might have been better off under a Corbyn government after all. No. As soon as Labour get in, if you look through the history of Labour, every time Labour's gone in, they've bankrupt the country. Because Labour like spending money we haven't got. They're like somebody who should never be trusted with a credit card. If anything Labour is stunned, they can't go faster or deeper, pun intended, and the plebs resist. Have you seen the new definition of terrorism? Basically, we covered that in the last live stream. We are now members of probably one of the biggest terrorist organisations in the world for daring to have an opinion. My problem with retirement is it seems it's all over. It's never over. Oh, God, you retire. They never stop. They never leave you alone. Kirky, retirement is great. Anyone here still follow June Slater? No. June Slater, hello, Time Profit. Welcome on board. No. June Slater, I can't be arsed with that. I mean, the thing is, she was really good, and she's got a big following, and fair play to her. But she's just gone reform mad. She's just been infected by the reform virus, and no, I just can't. I just can't do it anymore. I've had to block her. Well, not block her. I don't usually block many people. I mute people. I let them just shout into the ether. I can't be bothered to listen to them. It's ridiculous. Is reform paying June? I don't know, but she's definitely gone falling. She's taken the reform pill. Remember the candles in the sink in my shows? That was the 70s. Mark, that was correct. We always had little strategic piles of candles in the house because the lights would just go off. It was mad. The 70s were horrendous. Yes. Your shed is the same colour green as it was my bathroom, lol. I've never decorated. It's long overdue. Yeah, this is due a paint. I think I'm going to paint it white. Yeah, it could do with a refresh when I get the chance. It all started with Tommy the Warmonger, and now it's past. Yep, absolutely. Have you seen the Smith and Jones sketch where they dig up a coffin asking the corpse about paying the council tax bill? Stop giving them ideas. I was a kid in the 70s. Most of my neighbours worked at Longbridge. Yep, they were. My dad actually worked at Land Rover. It was still part of Rover then. He was off at all the time. They were always off on strike. Been strike in Birmingham going on until December. Anyone surprised? See, when you've got weak leaders and a weak government like the Labour, people just take the piss. It is what it is. And to be fair, it's only slightly more rubbish than there is in the Birmingham. Birmingham's been stink. Claret and blue. Claret and blue. Really? Claret and blue. I'm not painting my shed claret and blue. Really? Oh, I don't think so. Turquoise paint. Paint it turquoise. Turquoise? Where's Bella? Star of the show. She's in a bed. She's fast asleep. We've just before we came, we were running around the garden like a headless chicken and having fun, and she's just wore herself out and gone to sleep. And I'm not waking her up. I really am not waking her up. Rattle. Brum's horrible. Absolutely horrible. They would strike over a coal pile and can't see. I remember my dad telling me once that they'd just gone back after a last strike and they were working and somebody interrupted their tea break and everybody went on strike for another week. If you had an opportunity with Keir Starmer, what would you tell him? I don't need an hour. The words, do yourself a favour, do the country a favour, fuck off. Just, that's the door, go. I don't need an hour. The man isn't worth more than that. And I'm being polite. I really am. Oh, come on, it's Pride Month. No. I like the green paint on your wall, Gobset. Wookie, it's okay. It genuinely does need a fresh coat of paint. It's peeling off in places. But it's just having the time. Hopefully, if I actually get a warm summer where I can move everything outside to paint it, to let it dry, to move everything back in again, job's a good one. Grow some balls. Where? No, I know what you mean. No, the Starmer's nothing. He's just a puppet. He genuinely is. Or after listening to his AI speech, I think he's actually an AI bot. I swear, one of those ones on the helplines, on the screen, can I help you? I think one of them got out and became leader of the Labour Party because it's unbelievable. It really is. West Ham. No, Birmingham City, for what it's worth. On my sponsored walk today, we walked past some of the awful rubbish on the pavements in some part of Birmingham, 12-mile walk. Well done on the walk. Unbelievable. Yeah, we should have a veteran month, but we don't. We get 3 days at best. Because why would you want to celebrate people who've laid down their lives to defend the freedoms that we're pissing up the wall over? Why would you want to do that? Hello, Gobbingston. Hello, Bad Wolf. Welcome. But surely the green paint will save you buying a green screen. You think that, but it's the wrong green. You go green screen, it doesn't pick it up. So, plus I like all my shit behind me, and I don't want to get rid of it. So, let's catch up on the old the Starminator. He just Starmer the Harmer. I'll have him up against the wall. Well, we can't condone violence, can we? Remember the Rover Longbridge factory on Bristol Road in the 80s where the bridge was going over the road? Monty Mop. When I used to work at Land Rover/Rover on the Company Protection Services, where I was ambulance and fire, I did many a shift. And when they sold Land Rover and then when they closed Rover, I was there. It's not just the bridge going over the road, it's the tunnels you don't know that are under there. Amazing stuff I found in them tunnels when they did it. Mother's Pride Day because I feel like bread. Aha! You can make any colour, select for your chroma key. I know, but I just like this and I just can't be bothered. I genuinely can't. The sausages, free the sausages. IKEA Starmer is just listen, his cabinet's falling apart. Yeah. My dad was a toolmaker. Yeah, his dad was a toolmaker who apparently owned the factory. Yeah. We have to breed. I've done my bit. I've got 7 kids. So I've done my bit. It's up to you lot to fucking catch up. How many Labour activists travel to LA to help with a peaceful riot? Well, not peaceful. It's mostly peaceful demonstrations. That's most peaceful demonstrations. But when they walked through the White House in an orderly queue, that was an insurrection. Yeah, we do have to breed, though. we can't. They'll take our kids off us. Well, this is the problem. And not only that, they just want you to have them in the education indoctrination centre at the age of 9 months. Only history will be destroyed. History's being written right now, literally right now. They're not being taught the right history in school as it is. I'm forever having to change things. Now make it 14 kids. 10 kids each, lol. Flipping hell. He made a massive tool. Yeah. See, if I had a time machine, I'd have to go back to Mr. and Mrs. Starmer, throw them a condom and say, for the love of God, keep wearing one of those. Why is Starmer keeping Rachel Reeves as Chancellor of the Exchequer? She's useless because Craig serves a purpose. Serves a purpose because she's there, because she doesn't realise this. She's a sacrificial prawn. Prawn? Why am I thinking of prawns? Why prawns just entered? Africans built Stonehenge. Yes, of course they did. Yeah, they invented everything, the Africans. PM and Chancellor are codependent. Yep. Modern day dating is toxic. Modern day dating. My kid brother worked at Jaguar. I'm glad I never got my license after listening to these on a daily basis. The stuff that happened at factories was just a joke. It really was. How would you react if Keir Starmer converted to Islam? He already is. I'm convinced he is. Really, really am convinced that he's definitely already won. So's the king. Prawn pone. If it wasn't for the English, Africa would still be in mud huts. Oh no, you have to understand. The new history books state that we as the English, all we did was just go around raping and pillaging and burning stuff, and we didn't do anything good. I thought he did his boyfriend. I genuinely believe that he is. I genuinely believe that he is. Now, he can't be converted to any unpaid rent bills. Yeah, well, you know what happens when you don't pay them? Things get set on fire. Funny how that went quiet. Very quiet. If Africans built stone, we'll be able to tell where the stones came from, yeah? Yeah. Oh, come on, really? Good old days, milk delivery, the mighty white bread left to at your front door by the local milkman, crack of dawn, dairy. Yep. My first job as a little kid, from the age of what? I think it was about 10. It was helping me dad on the milk round. We used to have 520 calls or drops in and around the Sarah Mill area of Shirley. And them are the days. And that was the days where we looked after the old people on our rounds, and we'd go in. If they needed anything, my dad would say, go and get that for that lady over there. And I'd go up to the supermarket and I'd buy them eggs and everything and bring it back down. You know, that's when we really give a shit about everybody who we live with. And then we filled it with people who hate us and no one cares anymore. And that's why they've made sure that we don't get on with our neighbours. I mean, I know every neighbour where I live, because I've made it my mission to make sure they all know who I am and they know everything about me and I know everything about them. And that's great. They don't want community. They don't want what we've got right here. Because when you have a community, you have a group of people who all think the same pretty much. And, you know, we're all entitled to disagree. But we're all together and they don't like communities. Yes. Hello. Come on. Hello. I will be exactly 12 minutes. You're also blocking the camera with my coat. Huh? You're blocking the camera with the coat. Sorry. It's all right. It's my daughter's just popped into because I've got to do stuff. So I'll be in 16 past. Yeah, I won't be long, love. All right. Okay. You okay with that? Yeah. Won't be long. I get to stay a bit longer. Yes, just a little bit longer. Kids. That's because I've got to keep an eye on the time because of what it is. Jagged stones here is rolling them. Do you used to walk up that very tall hill for the Hovies below? Yeah, you know the one that was actually, it's down in Devon. It's not up north. Used to be a milkman for the cart based in Sturchley, not there anymore. No, it's gone, Tony. My dad used to be Unigate Dairies based on in Shirley, Stratford Road. I think it's a carpet warehouse now. I'll be taking pizza orders. Sadly not. Sadly not. It's the little one. I need to, because I've got to keep an eye on the time because she's got to go to bed. She's got school in the morning. I've got some stuff I've got to put on her knee for her. Go pumping some iron. If Keir Starmer suddenly declared himself the rightful King of England and tried to dissolve Parliament, would you be surprised? OD, I'll be honest, literally nothing at all would surprise me anymore. I thought the thing should surprise me, but now you see stuff and you go, doesn't surprise me. I mean, and we all say, yeah, but you love them a bit. Oh, I love my kids. Absolutely love my kids. All of them. All 7 of them. They can tax me. They could be, but another reason why I do what I do. I do what I do for them and for my grandkids. Tried to get gym when I was a lad. Everybody wanted to be a milkman. It's a good job. Be a runner. Yes, that's what I started as with my dad. Obviously, he's a runner. He was great. My dad would go 2 pints of Stella. Stella? Fucking hell. That would have been a good milkman if he delivered Stella. Stera, or sterilised milk, to the one with the white gate, and I turned around and there's 9 houses with white gates. He wouldn't tell me which one it was. It's just unbelievable. Gobby becomes Mr. Universe 2026. Fuck off. I mean, if I try, the thing is, I don't know. Shall I? Shall I try? Shall I try and beat? Nah, I don't think so. Grandkids are the best. They are. They're absolutely great. As I've said, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, my eldest grandkid is a non-verbal autistic child. So yeah, which is why I'm very passionate about the SEND and why I was talking about the EHCP, because it means a lot to me, and it's you it opens your eyes to a lot of things. I volunteered in charity at Sturshey Town. Now got an artificial Sturshey. Oh, I don't even go there. Do the 7 include the cats, Bella, Gobset? No, if you go 7, you go like I've got 7 kids, 2 cats, a dog, a snake, and a bearded dragon. And not because of that, but I've also got a wife, Mrs. G. So yeah, this house is overrun. It really is overrun. And remember, it is what it is. Gobby for PM. Do you really genuinely think they'd let someone like me become Prime Minister? I'll tell you one thing, though. Shit would get done. I guarantee you. Move aside, Arnie. Gobby is here. Get to the chopper. Do it now. Yes, and they are the most loving. My grandson. It's so sad because he just doesn't he can't speak. He just is in his own little world. And sometimes when you watch all the stuff going on, sometimes I'm envious. I wish I could just be in my own bubble where no one, nothing bothers me, and but it is sad, and the way the society treats its disabled people is horrendous, genuinely horrendous. I mean, let's not even go down the PIP payments. Well, we will. I will talk about that one of these days. But and a community gardening for adults in the special. Absolutely. Mrs. G, the boss. Hey, you know it. Everything's Mrs. G all the time. I'm definitely batting above my average with Mrs. G. She's not only is she a wonderful, gorgeous person, she got me out of a really dark place. And I shall be forever grateful to her. So yeah, Mrs. G is entitled to be the boss, because I'll be honest, if Mrs. G, I hadn't met Mrs. G, I don't think I'd be here right now doing this, and that's the God honest truth. It really is the God honest. Great Arnie impression. That's about all I can do. There is no bathroom. That's the other one. Must be chilly in that shit tonight. My feet are cold. No, I've got me floppers on. And what temperature is it in here now? I've lost my temperature thermometer because it all went a bit Pete Tong. I've lost that. What was one of them? Are you a blues fan? Take a guess. For my sins, yes, I am. Although at the moment, it's quite nice to be a blues fan. Getting a new stadium and a sports quarter. Yeah, whether you like it or not. I know I was severely disabled for several years. Got to be. I know little things that happen to little Kitty. It's just you're here and you're with us, little Kitty. Now, so you're not alone, and we'll always be here for you. Autistic minds are amazing. It's finding out their genius is helping them nurture it. It's things like I've got locks on the cupboards for obvious reasons because of things, and there's one where we keep the crisps inside the cupboard, and he's learnt that if he gets the door one way, slightly the right way, he can move the other one. It's enough to get his hand in to grab a bag of crisps. That's how smart he is. Got better on my own though, thanks to the NHS, a lot better now. Glad to hear it, little Kitty. I really am. Yeah, he loves Everton. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hospitals there must be crap. Pfft. Look, the NHS is a good thing and it's an amazing thing, but it's overstretched, underfunded, too many people at the top. Thank you, Gabs, and everyone. It means like, we're here for you all the time, little Kitty. Absolutely, 100%. Genuine, 100%. I know that we've spoke and you felt like you were on your own. You are no longer on your own. In fact, any of you who are now watching who a member of my community is subscribed or just joining the chat, and if you want to subscribe to the channel and become part of the community, you can, because we genuinely look out for each other. Okay, we've got each other's back, and once you're with us, we're here with you. We're here for you no matter what. I have an email address. I have DMs. You can always message me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But we're all here for each other. Yeah, no one now needs to be sit there thinking I'm on my own. You're not on your own. Come and join us here, and you're not on your own. Too many NHS, suck up the NHS. Absolutely. The abuse in the hospital's worse. Never mind filthy. Absolutely. It's disgusting. But yeah, we're overloaded. Absolutely overloaded. It's shit here. It really is. But if we all stick together and we keep the light burning, if we keep our little candle burning, this little candle here, our little community with our candle wavering, we could keep the light burning, and maybe, just maybe, it'll get better. And when it does, we're here. I'm on my own, and you know why. Time Profit, I do. I genuinely do, mate. You know where you can get in hold of me if you ever want to speak to me, bro. Genuinely. You know I'm here, mate. All the time. Whenever. You know that. And I do know why, mate. And yeah, I'm not going to say any more than that. That's between us two. Email, yeah, Spark. I'll swap the thing over. I'll swap the email. I'll give her the email addresses a little bit later when I get off here, which won't be much longer actually, because I need to bring this particular one to a close, because the little one needs medication on her knee, and I email Gob, so happy to have my email too. Right, excellent, Mal. As I said, if you email me and you want me to be able to share your email address with other people, let me know and I'll do it. And I'll give anyone else email. If you want your email address shared, then I'll share it. And we'll try and build a little network where we can talk to each other. That's the whole plan. That's the whole plan. Whole plan of lives is so you can all come on and chat to each other. That's the plan of the lives. And we just talk about things that are there and we just roll with it. I may open like I have done with a few little things, but this hour that we have is here. Okay, it's here for not just me. It's here for you, because without you lot, I'd be just talking to a mic. I genuinely on my own. And that's what it's all about. Now, is it just about talking about politics and the way things are? It's to be here, to have a community, to have this virtual virtual club that we can all sit together in and talk about stuff and help each other out if we can, and do whatever we can to keep the light burning. Genuinely, you are never on your own. Your ancestors walk beside you. Turn off the lights, listen quiet fights. But amen to take absolutely. I meditate on a regular basis and it really helps. It genuinely does. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, you gorgeous mother truckers, it is time to bring this one to a close. We're just coming up on the hour, and I said I'd be in at 16 minutes past, so it's time to bring it to a close. Glad to see lots of you here. Great live show today. I really enjoy reading all the comments. It's great. The comment section here is absolutely awesome. You're absolutely brilliant, all of you. Remember that. Don't let anyone tell you anything otherwise. You are important. Yeah, you are you, and you are important, and you matter, and you mean something to someone. Don't let anyone put you down. Let's not let us grind us down. Let's stick together, genuinely stick together, and look out for each other. We really are. You'll never walk alone as my Scouse friend. Good night. Thanks for your impromptu live. Always good to see you. I'll do what I can with the lives. I'll keep trying to get them out as much as I can. Because, as I said, it's not just for me. It's for you lot as well. So, you have all been absolutely awesome. You have absolutely been fantastic as always. Thank you so much for joining me on a very quick and impromptu stream. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. And with that, I am done. So, until the next one.
Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue and street building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right.